Hi, sweeties. This is day 2 of our Hawaiian cruise vacation. Our first stop was on Maui. We drove a bit on the road to Hana, making some stops, checking out the sights and the fruit stands, and then we headed over to a distillery tour. It was supposed to be a pineapple tour, but that didn't work out, and met a few chickens while we were waiting for our tour. But we did a lovely tour and tasting, and then we headed out to a luau. Please subscribe to Sweet Savant, and I will tell you all about our vacation. We rented a car and hit the road to Hana, and one of the benefits of renting a car versus taking an excursion from the ship is that you can go at your own pace for as long or as short as you want it. And it's just beautiful. You can see waterfalls out there, beautiful foliage. It's a rainforest, basically. Look at the beautiful palm trees. Here's another small stop, a little lookout on the road to Hana. And there's a cute little fruits and vegetables smoothie stand there. And, see, this one is much less crowded than the other one. And you just hop out, walk around, and they've got all this lovely fresh fruit. Those tasty Maui pineapples. Lovely. One thing to be aware of if you're driving yourself is that this road gets really narrow, like this little one-lane bridge. The other car has to stop and let you pass, or you have to stop and let them pass. The speed limit can drop down to as low as 10 miles per hour, so be aware of that. But the scenery, oh my gosh, look at that sky, the water, the mountains. Now, didn't that sign say do not pass? Hard-headed. This is another stop on the way back off that road to Hana. It's just so beautiful. We stopped and looked out over the water, lots of surfers down there. And now we're going to get ready to head over to our pineapple tour. We are on Maui. Can you hear those chickens? Oh, the road noise is loud. We are headed we're going for the Maui Gold Pineapple Tour, but we're super early, so we're going to check out. There's a food truck over here, and there's a lot of chickens, a lot of roosters roaming around here. That's a big one.
It's bacon, cheese, grilled onions, avocado. I'm sorry, no avocado. Shredded lettuce.
The Kamahili Cafe food truck was parked outside of the Maui Gold Pineapple Tour and the distillery place, so we stopped for a burger. He's coming for you. Our burger was really tasty. Bacon on it, some delicious Maui onions, real tasty. Had those like kettle chips with it. We enjoyed it. A little update. Our Maui Gold Pineapple Tour has been canceled. The driver, whatever, call out, couldn't make it. So instead we are going to do a distillery tour. Hali'maile Distillery Tour. Hopefully we'll do a little tasting, so follow along on that. This is day 2 of our Hawaiian tour, and this is something we booked on our own. We didn't book any excursions through the cruise ship. We're cruising on Norwegian, but we decided to take care of our excursions on our own. So let's go.
That makes us one of the only distilleries in the entire world that has their farm across the street. We go from farm to bottle in very little space here. specialty is juicing the pineapples. We actually take them up to Ulukalakua to the Maui winery. Before we acquired the field, they actually were already producing pineapples for their wine up there. So they already had the juicing machine that we would need to juice them. It's a family-owned business, so they're in their 4th generation of owning that business. They were brought to these islands via that business and fell in love with the islands and the people here.
This distillery makes POW vodka, Paniolo whiskey, Mahina rum, as well as some other flavored vodkas.
This is pineapple juice, water, and yeast. This is our fermentation process. These are our mash tanks. It's fermented in here. It does take about 4 to 6 days for the fermentation process to happen.
It's for the rum.
About 14 to 17% alcohol. We actually have a patent on these glass stills.
It's for the
He
vodka.
chose glass instead of stainless steel or copper. If any of you guys are familiar with stills, most of the time they are made out of stainless steel or copper. He chose glass because stainless steel and copper still leave a sediment around the inside of the barrels.
Here is their new bottling machine, and this bottles 1,200 bottles in 90 minutes. And here's a look at the old bottling machine, and this bottles about 1,200 bottles per day. They still use the old one for the flavored vodkas. And now into the tasting room. One of the rules is that you can only have 3 samples per person, and you can't share your samples.
And it's a 3-year aged bourbon.
This is the Paniolo whiskey, and they bring whiskey over from the mainland and then blend it with the pineapple distillate to make a nice, clean, smooth finish.
It's only about a year
This
old.
one is the Mahina rum. It was really good. Lots of vanilla.
Thank you.
And even like a cinnamon flavor in it. Our guide was telling us that they use this a lot in baking. This would be great in some pound cake.
Can I save a bottle for a second? Thank you. I just want to get a...
This is their flavored vodka. It is pineapple, orange, and guava, but you can only get it there on the island. And after we left there, we went to check into the Westin. It is the Westin Maui Resort and Spa. Whew. And today, we are going to stay at the Westin Ka'anapali since we have an overnight. Nice little kitchen. Oh, sexy. We have an overnight stay with the cruise. So we decided, hey, to get a room and hang out on Maui. This is very nice. There's the closet. And the balcony. Oh, look at the view. That's our view. So, pardon that sweat. It has been a fun day so far. We are going to take a break here at this hotel, and then we're going to go to a luau. And I believe there's a shuttle from this hotel to the luau. So stay tuned for that. Let me charge up this phone so I can get you a nice video of roast pigs and poi and mai tais and all that good stuff. We're going into Old Lahaina Luau.
Can we push this line against the wall back there, guys? Let's get in a single file line. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you. some samples of Hawaiian sweet potato. He's showing us how they process taro.
So what is it now?
Now it's actually called pa'iai. Pa'iai means to mash or to hit. Pa'i means to mash or to hit. I means food, so almost like mashed food. It's a more traditional version before we had any machines. This is how we used to make it back in the day. So poi is machine made. Yeah, with food processes and all that kind of stuff.
How long do you have to hit it to make a koi?
See, now if I was to use this kind of style to make poi, it would probably take me like about 2 hours.
Let's go see how they cook that pig.
Before we have a way to trap the steam, there's a sand line for no oxygen under there, yeah? The way we're cooking the pig is we're putting something, making steam and making oxygen down. So at the bottom of our pit, we have a huge layer of wood. We gotta wait for the wood to break down to the right amount. If it breaks too much, it's gonna crumble throughout our underground oven. If it breaks down not enough, it'll just be put out and it won't go. So we gotta break down the wood to the right amount. We got a huge layer of it. Once all that wood's to the right amount, we put on a bunch of rocks. Put as much rocks as we can until we can't see any wood. We have to wait for the rocks to turn red. So rocks have a low heat capacity, so that means they can only get as hot as 265. So we wait for them to get red, because the moment they're red, we know it's 265. The moment it gets red, we put on some foliage. Our foliage has to be 90% water, yeah? Things like the banana leaves, banana stalks and leaves, all of these things are 90% water. We've lost all of our foliage and our flora and our fauna here in Hawaii, so we have to rely on banana leaves now. So all those banana leaves are what's going to be making steam. Steam cooks our pig, steam drives our underground oven. So that rock underneath the foliage is kind of our buffer, yeah? And the steam is not going to put out the wood, and the wood is going to keep the rocks red. So that it can continue to steam for the 12 to 24 hours it's in there. So you got to put in the right amount of rocks, wood, and foliage, yeah? So after it steams, we put on our pig, maybe a little bit more foliage to make sure it steams a little bit more better. We put on a sheet. The sheet that keeps the sand from falling in, the sand that keeps the heat from leaving. So they work together to be our lid. So you guys are just joining us. If you guys come to the front, you can see how hot our lid is. You can wave your hand over the sand or touch it.
It's going to take a few minutes for him to dig out that pig. I sped the video up just a little bit to get things going.
Is escaping, and the whole time it's down there, as long as the sand's on top, the rocks are red. So when rocks are red, they only can get as hot as 265. So now that the sand has somewhere to go, it's cooling down from 265, but it's basically 265 in there, so you can really see how hot the sand is. When I dig it up for you guys, it mixes with the top sand, and the sand's a real good insulator, so the top sand's not hot at all, but the sand at the bottom is. So over here, if you feel it, it's not going to be how hot it is as it is right now. If you can see as I pull back more of the sand, the real wet sand is the real hot stuff. And
how are you standing?
Yeah. All right, aloha.
Aloha.
So first off, if there's any kids in the back, can we send them all the way to the front? We say keiki in Hawaiian, and the keiki are vertically challenged, so let's get them all the way to the front.
Shortest.
And then you guys come a little bit closer. The pig's daddy's not going to bite, and I want you guys to hear, so come a little bit closer, all right? All the way in. You're in the first and second row. If your body allows you to, if you could kneel, squat, or sit.
Oh.
If you get too close, it won't cool off.
If your body allows you.
How low can you go?
I don't know if I can do it. I mean, then other people can see better if I sat.
Yeah, that's cool. So we're going to start this off the right way. I'm going to teach you guys the proper way to say aloha, all right? Some luau's are going to yell aloha to you, but the only proper way to say aloha is a short, brief, and warm aloha. So when I tell you guys aloha, I need you guys to collectively in unison tell me aloha, all right? Aloha.
Aloha.
All right, aloha, and welcome to our underground oven. This is Dill. I'm Tyler, and we'll be your chefs for the evening. Sorry for the Hawaiian names, all right? Us men, we're the cooks in Old Hawaii. Us men, we're the cooks, and it very much is a heavy lifting job. As an underground oven, this was a communal thing, so this was a communal job in our village. It was our chore in the village for us men. If you didn't do your chores for the day, you didn't get a roof right, you didn't get fed, so it's a lesson to all our kids. Do your chores, yeah? So basically, we didn't have any knobs to control our underground oven. So the way we used to control this underground oven were by the layers. So we have 5 important layers for you guys to remember tonight, all right? So at the bottom of our pit is our first layer. It's our mesquite wood. Can we all say kiave?
Kiave.
Kiave was a once invasive mesquite wood that has now become localized. Unfortunately, we have lost all of our hardwood forests. So we have to rely on this invasive mesquite wood called kiave to cook. But if we cook the mesquite back at home, we know it gives off a nice flavor, a nice taste, a nice smell. It's always good to cook with and always welcome. So that's our first layer is our mesquite wood, our kiave. Our second layer is our rock. You guys have any kind of guesses what kind of rock we use?
Lava.
Ooh, I hate to break it to all of you. for everything, okay? So the rock we use is actually a rock called pukapaku. In Hawaiian, pukapaku means riverbed rock. And our riverbed rocks are very porous rocks, which means they have a lot of holes, which allows them to keep the heat without popping or shattering. So that's our second layer, is our rock. If you guys would actually put lava into a fire, lava rock would pop and shatter and poke someone's eye out, and that's no bueno. We don't want that. Yeah? So we stick with our riverbed rock. So once we have our wood and our riverbed rock to a good amber color, we know it's at its max heat. So when our rocks are at our max heat, we know it's time to put on our third layer. And our third layer is our most important layer. It's the layer that makes our steam, so it's our foliage. Our foliage has to be like 85 to 95% water, so things like banana leaves, banana stalks, and tea leaves. All those things are mostly water. So the moment they hit those red rocks, they make steam. So steam's what's gonna cook our pig and drive our underground oven. So the moment it steams, all we gotta do is put our pig on top. All we gotta do for that pig, our fourth layer, is make it a basket for it. In Old Hawaii, we would have made a basket out of palm tree leaves, but nowadays we can go to Home Depot and get some chicken wire. Work smarter, not harder. So once we got that chicken wire basket down, we put a little bit more foliage on top, and then we put in our fifth and final layer. Our fifth and final layer is our lid. It's our hali'i. Can we all say hali'i?
Hali'i.
So the hali'i what keeps the sand from falling in, and the sand what keeps the heat from escaping. So they work together to be our lid. In Old Hawaii, our hali'i had to be a new woven mat of foliage every time we did these underground ovens. So every day we have to make a new woven mat to keep the sand from falling in. In the 1300s, we had a lot of sailors come through, so we were able to go green. We started using burlap sacks to keep the sand from falling in, yeah? We could rewash them, use them a bunch. These days, instead of a lot of sailors, we have a lot of tourists, so we just use hotel bed sheets from the Westin. So thanks for you guys staying at the Westin, yeah? Helping us keep the sand off your pig. So pull back our hali'i. Ooh. So that's real steam, yeah? Whoever didn't believe there was a pig in there, there is a pig in there. Right? There's no fog machines, it's real steam. So I'm gonna teach you guys a few more Hawaiian words. Can we all say kalua?
Kalua.
So kalua is how we say in the pit in Hawaiian. That's how we say roasted or cooking. We never said roasted or cooking, we said in the pit, in the lua. Can we all say pua'a?
Pua'a.
So pua'a is how we say pig or pork in Hawaiian. So we put those two words together. Kalua pua'a, that's how we say roasted pork. Can we all say kalua pua'a?
Kalua pua'a.
You guys know some Hawaiian words, all right.
Yay.
Can we all say huki?
Huki.
Huki means to pull. So on the count of three, I need you guys all tell us to pull, but I need you guys to do it in Hawaiian. So let's practice one more time. Let's all say huki.
Huki.
Say it louder.
Huki.
Say it softer.
Huki.
Say it slower.
Huki.
That's a good job. Ready? One loud one. 1, 2, 3.
Huki. Woo!
Doctor, so we're here all evening. The more you cheer, the more he's gonna shake it, all right?
Shake, shake.
Thank you.
Hey, mahalo. Oh, don't slip now. No, sir. There's some extra pork shoulders in there. Yum. Oh, man.
I was waiting for him to ask who wants to sample. Yeah, that's right.
Oh man, look how tender.
I can't even not hear it just falls real hard. It's so tender.
They cooked 6 pork shoulders along with the whole pig, and that was for 450 people that attended the luau. Now they said this would be considered a small gathering, that when they would do this for the village, you could cook for 1,000 people or more. Roasting a pig would be for celebrations, special occasions, but they would cook in the pit every day. They just wouldn't cook a pig every day.
Sometimes they just disappear.
Some poke, ahi, lomi salmon. That's pretty. buffet. My favorite island crab salad. Now that that pig is finished roasting, let's go check out all the stuff on the buffet. We got lots of salads, breads, poke, there's poi there, all the stuff that goes along with the roasted pig are here on the buffet, and then you just help yourself when your table is called. There's chicken long rice, which is actually like a noodle. There's some stewed taro, chicken, beef, fish, lots of variety on their buffet. There's a little something for everyone, so even if you don't eat pork, you can eat well. And of course, that shredded pork, I wish that some of the pork skin was there. I would have loved to taste that pork skin.
With dragon fruit icing, circles a Hawaiian Mayo lemon tart, and in the center a sweet potato brownie with chocolate ganache and coconut icing.
They bring a platter of desserts to your table to share. Everything was delicious. During the luau, we learned some of the history of Hawaii, about colonization and some of the changes that came about, how the hula was banned for a time. We also learned the story of Pele, the goddess of volcanoes and fire, and how she created the Hawaiian Islands. The luau was a fantastic and delicious way to end this day on Maui, but we are not headed back to our cruise ship just yet. Remember, we got a hotel room here on the island, so stay tuned for day 2. Subscribe and hit that thumbs up.